Good morning, Year 1, and welcome to our first English lesson of the week. Today, we're going to be looking at another robot poem, and we're also going to be looking at some grammar. This time, we're going to be looking at question marks and exclamation marks, starting today with question marks. So, if you want to get your whiteboards and whiteboard pens ready, and then we'll go on to our grammar starter. Okay, so this week the robots are going to teach us all about question marks and exclamation marks. So to start off with, we're focusing on question marks. So is there a chance you can tell your grown-up what a question mark is? And if possible, can you draw it on a whiteboard? And if you really want to be clever, you could show how it's used in a question mark sentence. Okay, so grown-ups, pause the video until you're ready to go on. Okay, so this happy chappy is a question mark. And question marks are used when you're seeking information. That basically means when you're asking a question. Okay, so which of these sentences need a question mark? Tell your grown up if you think what time is it needs a question mark. What about this sentence? Where are you going? Do you think that needs a question mark? The time is 9 o'clock. What do you reckon? Or why did the clocks change? Because that's something that happened yesterday. And I am going for a walk. Right, what I want you to do, or in fact what the robots want you to do, is write out these sentences, add in the correct punctuation. So that's going to be either a full stop, and you can see he's holding one there, or a question mark. And when you're ready, grown-ups, when you've written out the sentences, or if you want to do one at a time, we're going to have a look at what needs to go with which. So pause the video now and start it again. So welcome back, Year 1. And let's have a look at the first question. So here we go. Let's see what the robot thinks. What time is it? And the robot thinks it's a question. I bet you got that, and I think he's right. What about the next one? Where are you going? That's also a question. Next one. The time is 9 o'clock. That's right, that's a sentence. Well done, robot. Why did the clocks change? That's a question. And then the last one, I'm going for a walk. And that's right. That's a statement, so it only needs a full stop. I bet you did brilliantly there. Well done, Year 1. And now we're going to start the main part of our lesson. Okay, so Year 1. Today we're going to be looking at the poem, Robots, Robots Everywhere. And there's a link just below this on the website to watch a video where it's read. So you need to watch that now, and then I'll explain what the main part of the lesson is. So pause this video and upload what you need to be doing next. Okay, welcome back, Year 1. Hope you enjoyed the story. It's an interesting poem because it's got rhymes, but it also tells a story, and it's a bit of a fact book. And that's what we're looking at today. The fact is a fact book, because what you're going to need to be doing is choosing 4 of the robots, and I've done some pictures here, and describe a sentence saying what each one does. So, for example, we've got this robot here, which is the one that goes into space. We've got this one here, which is the one that goes into the sea. You've got this rescue robot here. You've got a robot that's milking cows here. You've got this tiny little fella here who's your Hoover, vacuum robots. And then you've got these big machines here, which are actually making the machine, making the cars. And then you've got robots here that are making food. And then here, we've got a robot dog. Maybe you've got one of these at home. And then finally, you've got examples of what might happen in the future. Robot playmates. Can you imagine how much fun it would be to have a robot playmate to play with? So it's up to you. I want you to choose 4 of the robots and write a sentence describing each one. Wow, some of those look like amazing sentences, year one. Really, really impressed. Now we're going to move on to the main task. And I'm hoping I might be able to see some of these. So, now what the robots want you to do is draw your favourite robot from the story. Write down what it is. Label the parts that help it do its job. If possible, use some of the rhyming words. Then write a description of it doing its job. And as a challenge, imagine something goes wrong. Describe how the robot fixes the problem and saves the day. Now I'm going to give you an example of the first few things, but I'm sure you can do the rest yourselves. Now I've cheated and I've taken the picture, but this is my favourite robot, and I'm going to call it Robot Moon Rover or Space Robot. I'm undecided which. I'm going to go with Space Robot. Okay, and now I'm going to label some of its features. So it's got wheels, one of the words we've been doing recently. Isn't that right, Mrs. Lord's group? It's got a telescope. It's got an antennae, radio antennae, where it beams back things to Earth. Now, if you remember, we did use an antennae when we did our robot that we made in our story. And it looks like it's got a torch here. And I'm going to put out in space. Because that's taken from the poem. And I'm going to be really clever and I'm going to put helping the human race. So I've managed to come up with a bit of a rhyme. Now, I could write a description of it doing its job. So I could write, space robot trundles along an alien's planet searching for life. And then if I wanted to do a challenge, imagine something goes wrong. It is about to send its message back to Earth when its antennae breaks, and it has to go and find an alien to fix it for it. And when it does that, not only is it able to send back its message, but it's also able to reveal that there is life on another planet. Now, I could write all that, or I could just tell my grown-up. It doesn't matter. It's up to you how you do this. But if any of you fancy sending in pictures of your finished work, that would be amazing. Okay, so it's over to you now. Enjoy your work, and I'll see you again tomorrow for English.